Hello again, viewers, and greetings, fellow space travelers. This is Thorn of Night, and welcome to episode 34 of my Magic Farm series. And I went on a little bit of an excursion, spent the night on top of a hill, because I wanted to get a look at what was around me. And I realized that after I got way out here that I didn't bring a bed with me, but that's alright. I don't even remember what direction this is. Let's see here. North. I am north of my main base. I came past the jungle over there. At least I hope that's where I came from. And I basically was just fiddling around with the hang glider, seeing what sights I could see, and I came across this hill here, which, as it turns out, is not just a hill. If I can remember where the door is. There it is. This is I think it's called a Barrow Hill. And what is that? Whoa! Hey, no. Is that a jumping creeper? Ah! Well, that'll teach me. Anyway, another thing I realized while I was out here is after the that one update debacle, I have not made myself a bow. I've got 50 arrows now, but no bow with which to shoot the arrows. So I just kind of had to stay up here and hope nothing saw me. But while I'm here, I wanted you guys to see what there was to be gotten from this thing. I lit up the spawners so that if I wanted to use them in the future for something, I could. I don't know if I'm going to, but they're there. But I have got another heart. I've got some emeralds and gold, some various stuff there. A full inventory. Let's put these guys in here. Don't need the seeds. Well, don't need the iron bars. Alright, let's try this again. I've got flame 1 and flame 1. Okay, whatever. Some wheat, some more iron. Ooh, some knowledge fragments. Forgot about that. Some more paper and a phantom stone, which isn't really there. But, today I am going to be, among other things, finishing up probably the water tower, or probably finishing up the water tower rather, making a little room underneath it. But I'm also going to be, I guess, taking an inventory of the different tree types that I have to see what I can turn into some other exhibit, like the stair and plank for the forestry room, and start some more floors under the first 4 and have them be non-forestry trees. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to work my way back home. However, while I'm out here, fill in a hole. While I'm out here, I do want to go ahead and let's put this back in here. Grab some actual birch trees so that I can have real birch as opposed to the forestry birch. So I can have at least some examples of them for a sorting system later on. I don't know how I'm going to do the sorting system, but it doesn't hurt to at least have some, and I didn't chop the bottom one. But there is a beautiful jungle right there. I know I already had one jungle that I found off to the south. There's the chicken. But I have another jungle here that I can use, which will be nice. Now, I am going to probably, maybe this episode or perhaps the next one, go ahead and fill out a map so I can at least have those chunks stabilized sort of, for the... Oh, there's a sapling. For the purposes of my exploration, just in case there's another update that changes the terrain generation. I'm not saying there will be for sure, but you never know, because it's already happened once. And I have these very gaudy straight line chunk boundaries where it went from one terrain generation to another, but I can deal with it. I just have to get the local area set and ready to go. And that does mean that the future maps will be a little bit larger for downloads, but that's alright. But I'm going to finish waiting for these to give me their juicy saplings, and then I'm going to hopefully head back home. I'm pretty sure it's straight that direction. If not, it might be a little bit off that way. But I might take a quick jog through the jungle just to see if I can find anything in there. But I'm very happy to have this sort of jungle this close to my house. It is kind of nice. Anyway, I'm going to cut here and continue gathering these saplings, and I will be right back. I found my way back home. Yay! I've emptied out my inventory of the extraneous stuff I didn't need, and all the little stuff that I found while I was out and about. And I have also come over here and dug down a little bit. Anyone going to appear this time? No. Okay, good. I don't quite know what I'm going to be doing down here. I have an idea, though. Probably some sort of, I guess, underground neighborhood of the different sorts of houses that you can make out of the different wood types that there are. So aside from just having the not so much showcased, but I guess more of a menu that's going on under the farm over there, I'm going to have some sort of subterranean showcase thing over, probably going that way, maybe, possibly a couple floors worth, but that's still up in the air. I haven't fully decided on that. I am trying to figure out what I want to do with the tanks that are there. They will be coming down straight from there, and I will be able to do something with them once I get them down here. I just don't know what yet. So that'll have to be some sort of decision for the future. But because of the letdown of the... Speaking of letdown... Because of the letdown of the luggage, which I thought was going to be much more awesome than it turned out to be, I am going to probably spend some time while recording this episode, or between recording this episode, getting the golem ready so I can harvest these eggs and put them somewhere. Because though I do have some food left, including this wonderful delighted meal, and let's see here, I think I have some supreme pizzas. Let's find out. Supreme pizzas, wholesome feast. I have those and these left. I do need to sort of work on getting some more foodstuffs at my disposal so that when those run out, I can have some more. So I'm thinking of the future, sort of. But also, I am strongly considering going on the walkabout and finding out what's going on in my local area. I mean, clearly I've got the village over that way. I've got the little village over that way that's all gnarly and craggly and interspersed between some hilltops, but that's really all I know. I mean, I've got the jungle over there, and that's neat. I do have some plans for that, but I don't really know what awesome stuff there is to be had in other directions and in the other parts of the surrounding area. So I'm probably going to scratch that itch and go on a little exploration excursion. Sometime rather soonish, I am going to be working on a better sorting system than what I have here for the outputs for these crops. And I am going to make sure that I've got all the crops. But that's going to have to wait possibly until I can get a few more maybe diamond networks for the piping, or diamond pipe networks and things like that, or possibly an AE system, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that. But anyway, what I'm going to work on next is starting off the bee house over here, because I've got a little bit of output coming from this, and I need to do something with it. What was that? I just saw something glimmer. Weird. Still no nobles or anything. But I'm going to go ahead and cut here and get to work on finalizing a bit of a design for that, and then I will be right back. So, it started raining for once, and that is really filling up fast. Let's go up here. That is just too cool. Yay, it works! And then when that fills all the way up, let's see here, can I click on it? Nope. Now I can. All these will fill up, but that is very loud. So I'll just get away from the noise and wait for the rain to stop. Blue! Anyway, I just wanted you to see the rain in action with the rain tanks. And I am on paper right now designing how I want the bee thing to look. Come down here so I can hear myself think. I have I don't have them on me. I was working around with the what are they called? Barricades, yes. So I'm thinking of doing something with them, and possibly some of these woodworked pieces, but I'm not sure how I want it to look for the pattern for that. But I'm going to get back to my thinking and doodling, and then hopefully I will have the rudimentary part of my bee museum, I guess, taken care of, and then I'll be able to move on to something else. So I'll be back shortly. Alright, so I've come up with a bit of a plan for the bee area, and it's going to need a bit more space than I've got over there, because I don't know if some of the bees that, or rather I don't think that some of the bees that I can actually work with here in the orchard biome will be able to work properly in the fen that's right here. So, excuse me, what I'm going to do is eat a cheeseburger. I'm going to come over this way, and these are just some temporary little footbridges so I can get across without having to swim. I'm going to have an area, I guess, off the center line from the barn here, because I've got a lot of space over that direction and a reasonable amount of space that way. And basically what's going to happen is this is going to be a vertical structure. I'll get rid of that. That will probably stretch a fair distance this way, And so I've got lots of room over here for movement and expansion, so that's another part of the reason why I picked here. But basically, what's going to happen is if I have some dirt, there we go, use the dirt instead of the cobblestone. Basically, it's sunset. Let me sleep off the night and then come back and explain. We fly. Bah. Sun's still setting. Yes, I know, Oliver. I don't bring you any mice, do I? Yeah, I know. Moon? Moon! Bed. Meow yourself. Alright, let's go back over there. Okay, so what I was saying is what I'm going to do is have, first off, it's going to be sort of leveled out here, but if I clear some of this out, there's going to be a big chamber underground for basic processing. I don't know how much I'm going to automate, but there is going to be at least a place for the output to go to until I can mess with it. But let's say there's a beehive here, or an apiary rather. And there will be the wooden pipe. Well, I didn't need to dig that. The wooden pipe there. Then down there is going to be an iron pipe network in the place of that dirt. And here will be the diamond pipe that will determine whether the bees go up. Well, actually, nah. No. I guess the wooden pipe will go in the... How do I have it set up again? Wooden pipe in the back. Well, whatever the case may be. It's going to be just like that little auto breeder thing over there. But it's going to be set up like that, and I will have the redstone engines back behind it, and I will have, I guess, a lever that I can access probably... Whoops. On a block there, so that, let's say that this is a common bee, for instance. I put the common queen in here for storage and some minor production, and then I have a lever on there that I can hit to turn on the redstone engine to automatically start pumping the queens into place, and then, or the queens, or the princesses and the drones rather, and dumping out all of the output. And when I don't want to be producing that sort of bee or that sort of bee's output, I can just hit the lever and that bee will be temporarily disabled. And I'm going to have a whole bunch of these in sequence, but it's also going to be vertical. So let's see here, I guess 2 high is sufficient. But right there will be the clear glass from the smeltery, so that the actual apiary can still see the sky. And that's the way it's going to be for all of them. And then up on here, on this floor, the... is that enough space? Might have to go 2. Well, There we go. Get back up here. Up here will be the next apiary with a similar construction. Let's see here. 2 back. And then the little place for the lever there. So I can once again hit the lever like that. Oh, I forgot you can do that. But it's going to be sort of vertical like that, so I can get a whole bunch of bees crammed into one building like that. I don't know how many diamond pipes I'm going to be using for all this. I would guess 1 for each species of bee, but it's cheaper to use the diamond pipes for something this simple than it is going after the apiarist pipe, because I'm not doing anything complicated. I'm just recycling the bees and extracting. So there's no automatic splicing or anything like that going on, or crossbreeding. It's just going to be the same bees over and over again until I hit the lever, and then it will just stop producing that specific hive's bees. So that's the idea for how it's going to work, but I'm going to be incorporating something that I hadn't actually tinkered with until I accidentally crafted some over here when I was trying to make something else. Oh, and by the way, I switched the farm over from jungle trees to birch trees, so I've got that going. But if I remember correctly, I put them in here. Barricades! Yay! These barricades are kind of neat, and the way they work is if you put them like that, they take up 1 spot, and then if you click again in the same block, it'll put a second one, then a third crossways, and then a fourth, and so you can put some on top like that, and oops, put that on there, and do that. And you can do some sort of lattice work kind of thing using the different barricades. And there are 4 different kinds as far as I can tell. The oak, spruce, birch, and jungle. I don't think there are any barricades for the wood from the forestry. I think it's just the vanilla wood types that you can use to make the barricades. So I'm going to be incorporating these into the design of the structure. I just don't quite know how yet. But I am going to get to work on laying out the farm / museum / showcase / processing building, whatever, the bee house. And then after I get some more of that done, I will be back. Good news, everyone. I have gotten the noble princess and a noble drone out of this. I had some scares with some diligent there for a while, but I think I may be on the way to having a stabilized noble bee, which is awesome. But the other part of the reason why I came over here is because I had the overflow from this thing in that chest, and I wanted to go ahead and put the overflow into the storage area. So let's do this and fly away. These hang gliders are awesome. Now, what I've got going on here is just your average apiaries, and I have the... Let's make sure that everything stacks. Good. I have the output going out the back through these wooden pipes, down to the diamond pipes, and the diamond pipes are telling the princesses and drones to go back up, and if it won't fit in, it automatically detects whether or not there's space. It's I guess as good with this small format as my uh, pollinator that I have using the red power. However, it doesn't detect the whole network, so uh, it's just based on the one apiary, but that's fine for this purpose. But anyway, the extra stuff, whether it's extra drones or any of the output from the honeycomb, get sent down to the iron pipes, which at every intersection will encounter another iron pipe, and it will output it into my system that I'm going to have down below. But for right now, I have a little chest here. But just to show that in action, and this is not going to be the final design. It's going to be more than dirt. But there's the honeycomb. And it will get to this diamond pipe here in a moment. And go down and work its way all the way to the end. And there's an extra drone there. And they should be coming all the way down to here. Same thing will happen for this. So if I turn this on, it will slurp out the honeycomb. Oh, there it is. Send it down over there and into the chest here, which is perfect. But what I'm going to be doing is the vast majority of the bees will be able to work in this environment, in this biome. So this is where most of them are going to be. There are some bees that are hazardous that still work in this environment, and I'm going to probably have a secondary area probably farther back that way, or maybe way over there. Who knows? No, that might be too close to the walkway. I'll figure something out with them, though. But ultimately, this is going to be the area where the main brunt of the bees are going to be. Now, what I'm going to be doing with this area is having, I guess, above the wooden pipes, I'm going to have probably a series of item frames, so you can just eyeball it, or maybe some of the well, I don't have any on me, the barrels. Getting nighttime. Some of the barrels, so I can store the output. But it's going to be designed so that it's going to be vertically mobile, so that I can have a whole bunch of different layers all in that one little area. So it's probably going to end up being quite a tall building. Oh yeah! Nearby nodes spews for something foul. Apparently I have been generating a little flux, or maybe there's just a horrible node for Thumbcraft over in the vicinity of this. I don't think I've really been doing much flux generating. I have gotten a few saplings with the have it on me, the Thumbic grafter. Maybe some... No, that's too far away. Whatever the case may be, I was standing here and all of a sudden I got that message. So I went looking around and I didn't find any giant zombies. I didn't find any wisps or anything like that. It just gave me the message, so I don't know what's going on. Hopefully it figured itself out. But anyway, ultimately what's going to happen here is directly above this and all the way to the top of the structure is going to be the clear glass. But along this column here, which isn't going to be dirt, but along the column is going to be where I'll have the item frames saying an example of what the bee is, and I'll have a sign on the front saying what species goes in there. And then up above this will be the next bee house, or apiary. And let's see here. Well, that didn't work. Up. Jump. Alright, okay. And then up on top of that will be the next one, and they'll just be staggered back so that the entire structure will sort of V out like that. I don't know if I'm going to have the front to display the V so you can see all the way in, or if it's just going to be a big gaudy rectangle on the front. I'll probably do some sort of special V thing using probably some more clear glass or maybe some stained clear glass. Who knows? Ooh, I could use the, let's see here. No. These things, and do some sort of design in the front, because some of these are angled. I could do something with that, but I will figure out how I'm going to make it look after I get the whole thing in place. For now, however, I've got a couple of the bees here, but there are a few more bees that I have princesses for that I need to take care of, but I need to make some more apiaries first. I think I have one more. Yes, one more. And that will go here. And then from then on, it's going to probably be spaced like that. Now, there are probably going to be some areas or some bees that will need special conditions. Like, for instance, the mushrooms will be needed for some of the bees, and maybe some cacti, but I think I can, if I do it right, I can probably put a cactus next to this. I'm not sure, though. Don't quote me on that. But I will figure that out as I go. For now, however, I need to enclose at least this area so that it is a structure that is safe to be in. So that's what I'm going to do next. Probably nothing special, probably just some cobblestone and glass. And then after I've got some more resources and figure out what I'm doing with these things, I will probably design something with that. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and enclose this area, and then I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I went and got some of that clear glass, and just to show you, they're completely thrilled to death to be under it, so everything is working just fine. I have just a very rudimentary building here. This is not the final product. I just wanted to slap something together so I could have a place to come in and stand. It's basically the first night hovel, only it's got post first night stuff in it. So I'm going to be expanding, like I said, both back and up, and I'm probably going to try to put the bees in by way of their branches. Like here I have the common and the cultivated right next to each other. Then I'll probably have the nobles, and then the diligence and all that kind of stuff. But I think I'm going to instead of working my way back first, I think what I'm going to do is, as I get more bees, I'm going to go up with them so I can get a feel for how I'm going to be doing that. But that will have to be either during next episode or between episodes or something, because this episode has gone on long enough. So, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I'll do my best to get back to you. I know I'm probably not the fastest worker on my projects as other people that you're used to watching. However, I am trying to do 1,000,001 things all at once, including some stuff that I haven't shown you yet that I will eventually. But that will also have to be for something in the future. But if you like this video and you like what I'm doing here, please feel free to give it a like. I do appreciate that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you know when my future stuff comes out. But I'm off to go do some other stuff, so thank you once again for watching. This is Thorn of Night, and I will talk to you later.